Hello, everybody, and welcome to Youngstown's Talk Channel. We are live in downtown Youngstown right now. Luke's getting a drink. I am Isaac from the MLO Bros. Joe from Youngstown Studios right here with me. We have my TV over here that I normally look at is down, working in Youngstown. The TV fried, so I can't look at comments. Luke is going to have to look over my shoulder at this TV back here, and I'm just looking at you today, ladies and gentlemen. Today, on Youngstown Talk Channel. You can call in if you want, but also we are talking about West Branch. Crazy announcement with Coach DeShields, as well as the superintendent, as well as the board. It's just insane. Luke did a document request, and go ahead, Luke. I know you're excited. Go ahead.
I got my receipts.
Okay, so what basically setting the pins here after we had. I think it was before.
Okay, man, Go ahead. I'm looking at everybody. I'm gonna rant.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in a mood.
Okay.
I'm grumpy.
Okay.
I've been waiting to go off on this for like a week and a half since I got this stuff.
You never prepare,
dude. I never prepare for anything.
And you got notes. Let's hear it.
I want to say so. I'm gonna start at the end.
Okay. At the end of what?
Of the whole thing.
Okay.
DeShields gets rehired. Okay. Most of the people watching know what happened. We'll set it up though.
Yeah.
DeShields gets rehired. The board and the administration, what they want you, the people, and what they want the media to think and to do is to forget. They want us to move on. They want us to just go about our business. I am here to tell you that doesn't happen with us. Something stunk from the very beginning of this, and I knew it, and Isaac knew it, and we kept going, and we kept digging, and what we found with a text message chain between two people involved in that school was disgusting, and we are going to go over it. And I want
this is a text chain between two people within the school. It's who was it?
I'm gonna go over.
Okay.
I'm gonna present.
To explain to the people, how did you get these documents?
I did a freedom of information request for the school.
Okay. So
I requested all of the emails.
Okay.
I requested all of the text messages.
Between who?
Between anybody I could. DeShields. We'll set up the people. So let's talk about the players in this. Well, let's set the pins now.
Yes.
We'll set the pins. So the pins are Walter DeShields is a 20-year coach of West Branch. 20 seasons, 379 wins, 110 losses, 76% winning record. He has 8 league titles, crazy. Coach of the year. He had one of the freedom of information requests I did, he had no write-ups, as in disciplinary, as in you need to fix this. Nothing but stellar recommendations. I got that from the treasurer. The treasurer was the person who was sending me all these requests. Okay. No disciplinary, which is big, and we talked about that actually on our podcast before. Okay, player, board of education president, Mickey Kanegi. I think I'm saying her name right. She is the fourth term board of education member. She's the president of the board.
Okay,
Mickey Eagley has been the president of the superintendent since 2021. She graduated from West Branch, by the way.
Okay.
Ryan Wolf, athletic director of West Branch. And then you have TJ DeShields, who comes into play, who is Walter's son. Okay. DeShields, Walter gets fired or doesn't get his contract renewed. Let's say we say that the right way. It explodes.
Everything goes crazy.
Do you remember all that?
Yep.
It absolutely explodes. People go crazy. People go nuts.
Yes.
All that stuff. So I have my receipts. I wanted to talk about what you and I and Joe talked about.
Okay.
Just so we can
set the pins.
Right?
Yep.
You guys all remember, if you watched our shows, we said some things and we fired a lot of people up. We brought light to this.
Yes.
Okay. We said that Mickey Kanegi, the Board of Education president, led the charge to remove Walt DeShields. We were being told these things. We didn't have proof. This is just what we were told, right? Joe, that TV died. Is that all right? Okay, we're good. We're still alive. We also said Mickey Eagley who is the superintendent. We said she either helped, was leading it with Carnegie,
Okay.
or she was following orders.
Okay.
We said Walt DeShields, if you remember this, was told he would be renewed, but then had the rug pulled from under him.
Okay.
Was giving a press release and said, "Hey, sorry, dude, you're not coming back."
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yep.
I have evidence of that. Ryan Wolf, the athletic director, was given a press release and said, "You released this press release. We made this for you. You're sending it out in your name."
You're presenting it. Yeah. You're
Remember
sending
that?
it out. Yeah. You're making the announcement.
I have evidence of that. We were told that there was a, quote, sexual assault
Okay.
that took place where DeShields' son snapped a girl with a weightlifting band.
Yeah.
What, in a locker room? He wasn't a coach or anything. He was like there in the weight room. Do you remember all that?
Yeah.
And DeShields called the parents and that kind of stuff, right?
Mhm.
Which was ultimately what Carnegie was using as a way to try and get rid of DeShields.
Okay.
Talked to a lawyer on that. We'll talk about that a little bit.
Okay.
And that gets into the text messages. We also talked about, we said the kids should not be involved. There were people harassing the daughter of Carnegie.
Yes.
Whatever what Carnegie did, I 100% agree. There should be no involvement with the kids.
Right.
The kids should be out of this.
Yeah.
Your mom might be doing things that we don't agree with. Those kids should be left out of it.
Right.
Okay. Finally, we said the board and the superintendent are 100% responsible for this mess. That all fair?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what we then go into is, I just want to say before we get into this, Isaac and I, why are we doing this, Isaac? We are doing this because 5 years ago, we said when we started this, we are going to call out local corruption when we can. We are going to call out officials when we can.
Correct.
We are going to do things the local media won't do.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about clicks.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about views. We don't make money on this crap.
Right.
We don't have we don't get sponsors. So the doctor who's up there at the board meeting calling us out, nice freaking try, dude. We don't care.
Yeah. We aren't news. We really aren't, but we do have information that the news never covered or requested. So call us whatever you want, but we do have information that the news doesn't have.
Right. And by the way,
call that whatever you want.
I'm gonna call this dude out too real fast. I find it comical if you know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna say his freaking name, but your board of education wife was up there right before you spoke and you started insulting us and you insult Luke Butcher. I find it comical that about 5 minutes before your wife is up there saying, we don't like face. We don't want people insulting other people.
We don't want drama.
We don't want drama. And then you get up there and do the same thing. That was embarrassing to yourself and your school. Just saying that too. But anyways. All right. What's wrong? Well, you guys are really...
BJ, I've never seen you without a hat before.
All right.
BJ, you're gorgeous without a fedora on.
Good.
Absolutely gorgeous.
So there are some things we need to go over in the state of Ohio. Sorry, I told you I'm going to go off, Isaac.
No, let's do it.
All right. There are rules in the state of Ohio that a school board and a school must follow. Okay. There's a lot of them.
Okay.
One is the Open Meetings Act.
Which is?
Do you remember this one?
I
We talked about this before.
I'm sure we did.
Decisions must be made at meetings.
Yes.
Either in executive session or in front of the public. Executive session is for hiring and firing purposes, that kind of stuff, right? Everything else, decisions must be made in front of the public. You cannot have decisions being made
behind closed doors,
in telephone calls, in text messages,
right?
That kind of stuff.
Right.
Another one, you cannot have one board member making decisions on behalf of the entire board.
Yep.
Okay. They act as one entity together, representing the community.
They all make decisions together in a public meeting.
Correct.
And then it becomes the decision.
You have schools currently getting sued constantly for board members and board of education doing this stuff.
Yeah.
You will lose money. You will lose in court if you do these kinds of things that take place.
You're exposing yourself
Do you understand
to
that?
litigation.
I understand schools have gotten away with this forever. Everybody on this podcast, 400 people watching, know this goes on at your school, knows this goes on at small villages, small township. It has to stop. This is a perfect example of what goes on all over, and it has to stop. It's not fair to the schools. It's not fair to the taxpayers. It's not fair to everyone involved. This is evidence. And by the way, how dumb is it to freaking text in today's day and age?
And this just let's just say before we get into this, if you're gonna do this shady stuff, hey, might want to advise, maybe don't put it in writing, like so that the people in your community can just easily do a document request of everything that you've said. Maybe pick up the phone and call and say shady stuff. Like at least protect yourself.
Hold on. Dominic, I see your comment. Let's get to it. They're yapping. You don't like me yapping, Dominic? Get the hell out of here. I'm going to tell you right now, people, if you don't like what I'm saying, you don't like what I'm doing, I don't care. This isn't freaking nightly news. This isn't freaking Tom Brokaw. I don't care. Leave. Go away. Blah. I'm going to talk. I'm going to say whatever I want. It's our podcast. I'll talk till midnight. Thank you. Okay. Here we go. I told you I was fired up. I had way too much.
I like this. This is awesome.
I had like four.
I had 4 cups of coffee.
4 cups of coffee this morning.
You've been trying to cut back on caffeine. So
I
you're
had
lit
way
up
too
like
much.
a,
I'm lit up
like a damn candle.
Yeah, I am so lit up right now.
Let's go. What do we got?
All right. Open Meetings Act. I asked some questions to a lawyer.
Okay.
Can a superintendent and a school board president text about decisions to be made? They can text, but if they're making decisions or deliberately making public business, they could be violating the Open Meetings Act.
Okay.
What the law says, all school board decisions and deliberations must happen in public. Even just 2 people, like a board president and a superintendent, can violate the law if they're trying to decide, ready for this, district policy, direct action, influence board decisions outside of a public meeting.
Yeah.
Okay. What makes it a violation? Giving orders or making decisions without public board vote, planning or coordinated actions without informing full board, serial communications, still illegal, sending or approving a press release, firing staff, deciding policy by private message is a red flag. What are the penalties? Court injunctions to stop the behavior. Official actions can be invalidated. Each violation can carry a fine of $500. The school district can pay court costs and attorney fees. There is some guy in Ohio that is going, do you hear about some guy going around suing all these people? There's some guy going around suing school boards, suing villages and townships for doing this kind of stuff. Just to prove a point. In Ohio. He's made like thousands and thousands of dollars.
He makes money himself?
Yes. He just goes around and sues people.
How can he make money? How can he make money?
We could sue this school right now for doing this crap.
Yeah.
Anybody can sue a school.
Oh, they're so screwed.
Yeah.
They're so screwed.
Yep. All right. So just remember this Open Meetings Act. Number 2, mandatory reporting law in Ohio. Okay.
It's going to drive you crazy. Just keep throwing him. I think you just keep throwing him. He'll go get him.
Joe just picked it up. Sorry, Joe. There's more coming, Joe. I'm just tossing these as we just keep.
What do you got?
Mandatory reporting law, Ohio Revised Code 2151.421.
Okay.
The following school affiliated individuals are mandatory reporters of sexual assaults or sexual issues. They must report to the police. Okay.
Okay.
So if there's any sort of questionable activity, you must report.
With the kids.
With the kids. All right.
Yep.
Teachers, school administrators, school board members, school nurses, counselors, psychologists, any school employee working directly with the students. What must be reported? A report must be immediately made if there is any reasonable cause to suspect a child under 18 or a person under 21 with a developmental or physical disability has been abused, neglected, or is at risk of abuse or neglect. You do not need proof, just reasonable suspicion. Where to report? You must report directly to either the local public services, police, sheriff's department in the area where the child resides or the incident occurs. Failure to report is a first-degree misdemeanor to any and all faculty, staff, administration who do not report, which may include up to 6 months in jail, up to $1,000 in fines. You have immunity if you do a good faith in reporting. If you make a good faith report, you are legally protected from civil lawsuits, criminal prosecution, even if the report is later substantiated.
So what you're basically saying is by them holding on to that information for meetings and for like they went public in the meeting, you're not allowed to hold back that info. You have to share it with police if there's any type of suspicion.
It gets so much worse.
Okay.
It gets so much worse.
Yeah, which that it gets worse, but that's a red flag right there by them just not.
They said, if you remember in the thing, they said an incident. Remember that guy was up there talking about sexual assault and this, that, and the other.
So my question would be, when that originally happened, did they share it with the police?
No.
Oh,
they never shared it.
They're screwed. Everybody involved in that. Everybody who knew, like even if the Shields went to the parents, aren't you supposed to go to the police?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're immediately supposed to go to the police.
Yeah, that's not good.
Do you remember when
you can't like handle your we handle our business internal. Like, no, you're supposed to go to the police.
Ohio revised code.
Yeah.
You are not any suspicious activity. You are supposed to go to the police.
That's not good.
If you remember Steve Kent at Poland.
Yeah.
With the resource officer who was messing around
with girls,
yeah. Right? When we had Superintendent Hockenberry on?
Yeah.
What was the first thing he said?
We went to the police. They're handling it. We're not allowed to talk about it.
Immediately went to the police.
Yeah.
Now, Lynn just said it wasn't his place to go to the parents. Now, here's the thing, though. You have to remember, if he didn't think it was sexual assault, so DeShields didn't go to the police, right?
Yeah.
Because it was just a rubber band snap.
Yeah.
He wouldn't think it was sexual assault. He wouldn't go to the police. Right?
Yeah. So it comes down to interpretation of
right. However, the board members and that superintendent thought it was sexual assault. And they say it in these text messages, which we're going to read.
There should have been an investigation by the police no matter what.
Correct.
Yes. Okay.
DeShields, I don't think he's not in trouble for this because he didn't think it was sexual assault.
Yeah. So wait till let's get deeper into this and see how they try to weaponize it.
All right. Oh yeah, we're going to get into this. So first thing first, we talked about the press release that they released when they got rid of DeShields, right? Press release. I'll read this again. Is that all right? I'm just going to read it. Okay. So the press release that was given out, and we're going to talk about this in the text messages. The West Branch Local District acknowledges and appreciates the passion and dedication that both past and present members of the community have shown regarding the decisions surrounding the girls' basketball coaching position. We have heard a wide range of perspectives from former players, parents, alumni, and we take all of those concerns raised very seriously. Pause. I got all of the emails from the school.
Okay.
From people sending in emails.
Yeah.
There were over 250 emails sent into the school.
Okay.
249 of them were in defense of DeShields.
Okay.
There was one anonymous email that was against him.
Okay.
I went through every one of them, read every one of them.
Yeah.
One was against
him.
And it was anonymous. I'm just throwing that out there.
Okay.
After careful consideration of the feedback as well through the review of the situation, the West Branch Local School District remains committed to ensuring the well-being and success of all of our students. The primary responsibility of the district is to provide a safe, supportive, and nurturing environment where every student has the opportunity to thrive both academically and athletically. A safe, supportive, and nurturing environment.
Okay.
They are hinting at a possible sexual assault there. Is that fair?
Yeah.
So they didn't report it to the police.
Okay.
We understand that Walt DeShields has had a significant and lasting impact on many of his former players and has contributed to the success of the girls basketball program. His leadership, dedication, commitment to the sport have helped shape the program into a respected and powerhouse in the region. We also acknowledge strong bonds formed among the players and personal growth, and many attributed to his coaching. At the same time, the district must also prioritize the safety, emotional well-being, mental health of all its students. Certain incidents raised by these members of the community concerning the coach behavior have generated significant concern regarding his judgment, which are not consistent with the district's priorities. These concerns, combined with responsibility to uphold the integrity of West Branch athletic programs, have led to the difficult decision to not seek renewal of his leadership of the girls' basketball team. The district recognizes that the decision may be difficult for some and has sparked a range of emotions within the community. We are committed to fostering an atmosphere where respect and accountability are paramount. We are confident that the right leadership, the girls' basketball program, will continue to thrive and uphold the standards that we are moving forward. The district will work to illustrate blah, 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 blah. Okay.
Jargon. Protecting ourselves. Right.
An email was sent right after that, April 9th, 2025, from Walt DeShields to Mickey Eagley, the superintendent.
Okay.
Mickey, I do not understand the letter press release you gave me. Can you please explain it to me? You told me that you were recommending me to the board with Ryan Wolf's recommendation as well just yesterday. Why all of a sudden the change? Thank you, Walt. So this is from DeShields to Mickey, the superintendent.
So he wrote that to me. Explain it to me, basically. Right. Yep. Okay.
That was then forwarded to Ryan Wolf.
Who's Ryan Wolf?
The athletic director.
Got it.
Athletic director Ryan. I'm sorry. Walt then sent this to Ryan Wolf because I'm missing something here. That's funny. Ryan, I do not understand this press release. Can you please explain?
So he sent it to both of them. Hey, I need somebody to explain this to me.
Yep.
With this press release.
Here it is. Oh, thanks, Joe. Thanks, BJ. I do not understand. There's the email we have right there.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. Go ahead, BJ. I am emailing you because it's too early to text. I do not know who actually wrote the release. I had no part in crafting it. I never faltered on my support, and I have not changed my mind on that.
And that's the athletic director.
That's the athletic director.
Ryan Wolf to DeShields.
Correct. That right there backs up what we heard and what we said. Right?
Yeah.
Ryan Wolf, the athletic director,
Yeah.
had nothing to do with that email, that letter that went out, that press release that had his name on it.
So they made him send that out, and he's like, I had nothing to do with it. And he has said, he's saying he had nothing to do with it.
Right.
So who wrote the letter?
Oh, we're going to get into that. So, dude, it all goes into this.
So shady, man.
It's insane.
And you guys all put this in writing for us to just request. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy.
And the thing is, these people thought this was going to die when they rehired him back.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's insane.
It's brutal.
They just kept going.
Keep going. It's getting juicy.
Oh, this is going to get juicy now.
Okay. Spicy.
Into the text message. And I'm going to be honest with you.
Okay.
I was amazed I got this text.
Oh, dude, we were reading this the other day. We went to a movie. We sat in the movie and read these text messages at the movie theater. And I was like,
how can you put this in text?
You're so dumb. Just make a phone call. Like, why would you? If you're going to do shady stuff, don't text it. So my other question would be, who turned these people in and took screenshots of, like, they were forced to take screenshots of their own stuff?
No, when
pull a Kent and just delete your text message.
Yeah, I don't know. I got this sent to me from the treasurer. I did a Freedom of Information request.
Wow.
The treasurer sent me this. This is Mickey Eagley's cell phone.
Right.
Between her and Carnegie.
So Mickey Eagley is basically feels bad and is
I don't know. I mean, legally they have to give us this information.
I know, but if you were like Steve Kent just deleted his text messages,
Steve, I would have dirty deleted these things.
Right.
Like the whole Better Call Saul and break the phone.
Break your phone, throw it in a river or something. Yeah. So that shows to me that she has a conscience and she's like, we screwed up here. I'm submitting. Or she feels legally obligated. She's worried about.
Or she's had enough. I mean, we're just speculating. Or she just had enough of this. I mean, I don't know.
Right. But it just proves to me that, like, somebody gave in and is like, here you go. Here it is.
So
is what it is.
Or she's just doing the right thing. And this is what legally she has to do. And
which
she feels
respect,
that way. Which I respect.
Yeah.
She's legally doing the right thing. So, all right. BJ, you ready back there? I don't know if you have these on there. All right. So this is,
and I apologize if I'm not looking at you guys. I'm looking at the TV because our other TV up here isn't working. So I'm looking at the text messages as well with you.
All right. Text number 1. This is Sunday, March 30th. The one on the left, so the light one is Mickey Kanegi. The one on the right is Mickey Eagley, the superintendent. Headed home from Disney World. Headed from Disney. West Branch kids were great representing us. Was Walt talked to? I was hoping it was going to happen while I was gone. Obviously referring to the firing of him and not doing it.
Okay. Well,
we'll do phone calls when we're done with this.
Yeah,
if you guys that are on the phone, call back when we're done.
Oh yeah, or just wait on hold wherever you want.
Whatever you want to do. I'm not doing that now. We're not interrupting with phone calls.
Yeah.
We'll take calls when we're done.
Yeah. Sorry.
Was Walt talked to? No. Okay. So then this is Eagley. Sorry, no. I was out sick both Wednesday and Thursday. Came back Friday, and he had that AAU thing going on. Didn't think I should drop the bomb right before that. Mickey, great. When do we add? She is so pressing in these to advertise for a coaching job, by the way.
Yeah.
Just letting you know. It's suspicious how much she asks about the coaching job. It's really weird.
Yeah.
When do we advertise the basketball coach job? He must have told some people because the blank posted he is an amazing coach. He's told people.
Wait. What's the blank? Is that
are
they censoring him?
Well,
swearing? Is she calling him something?
I don't know. I can't see what it is. The blank posted
he is an amazing coach. So it was a descriptive word of him.
The fucker,
the bitch, like
the fucker. I don't know.
Right.
The son of a man. I don't know. Posted. I don't know. The blank posted he is an amazing coach.
A good thing they edited it out of swear.
I didn't even notice that. You think that's it?
I think it's so she said posted he is an amazing coach on Facebook. So I assume that's a descriptive word or the bitch.
He must have told some people because the bitch
idiot
posted the
guarantee that's a swear word.
Why would they? Yeah, why would you redact that?
Especially with like all this information that's super exposing. Like just give us the swear word.
All right, I didn't even notice that till right now.
Right.
Okay. He told people I've been getting texts, nothing out of control. I'm gonna let dust settle little but not long. Okay.
Just a refresher. Kanegi is the lighter one. Yeah. Darker is who again?
Darker is Egley, the superintendent.
Okay, got
it.
Got it.
Okay. I think you on behalf of the school and me on behalf of the school board need a statement for the press. I tried to write something and I get stuck. I'll work on something.
So this is them like scheming
Yep.
what the game plan is going to be on behalf of the school.
Correct.
Is that allowed?
I don't think so because it's you got to do it on like school board meeting, Open Meetings Act. Possible.
And she's acting on behalf of the entire board.
Yes. Every time.
Okay, next one. Let's go.
Every time.
Next text.
Okay. This gets smaller, but I'll read. Now this is where we get into the lying here.
Okay.
I would give him some reasons, broad, of why the board is tired of him. Complaints, mind games, not managing a game like he used to, missing a step, time to retire. Times have changed. He can help us find a new coach and keep his winning tradition going, or go out kicking and screaming if he call. Okay. Or go out kicking and screaming. If he calls me, I will tell him about his integrity and trying to defend his son. What do you find wrong with that?
So she is essentially saying he can go out a hero or he can go out a villain. It's up to him.
She's saying we're going to lie to the public and I'm going to tell him what I really think. And what
so
we are
going to either lie to the public and say he's great, or
no. I would give him some reasons of why the board is tired of him. Complaints, mind games, not managing time, missing step, times we've tried, right? Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. He can help us find a new coach, keep his winning tradition. So right. He can help us find a new coach and keep his winning tradition going, or go out kicking and screaming.
Yeah.
So he's going to work with us,
or work with us, go out a hero, or fight against going out,
right?
And we'll share information,
correct,
and make him sound worse.
He calls me, I will tell him about his integrity and trying to defend his son, right?
So,
wait, I'm not done yet.
Okay,
this gets so much worse.
Okay.
So if Walt wants to go public with our decision to bring him back, he better be careful. I will tell the media everything I know, and his integrity and fame will definitely be questioned. Right? That is, according to my lawyer, retaliation, abuse of power, violation of an Open Meetings Act of what you're going to do. Those all things, retaliation, abuse of power, Open Meetings Act violation. One more time. I will tell the media everything I know, and his integrity, fame will definitely be questioned.
So here's the sketchy thing to me.
Yeah.
Is like, what if it was worse than just a rubber band? What if it was something else and they're holding this information to then weaponize it and use it against this guy? Like, what if it was something else worse with kids? You know what I mean?
Right.
Than just a stretch band.
Yep. Next one.
What the hell?
Right. Dude, I read this. I was like, you got to be freaking shitting me.
Okay, next up. Let's go.
Next up.
Okay.
Basketball is not just about winning. We took our kids' mental health and parent concerns in this decision. Coach DeShields will say no parent has ever complained to him, and this is probably true, as no parent wanted him to take it out on their daughter. Having to make financial cuts in our district and not bringing Mr. DeShields back as a teacher, we found this as an opportunity to transition into the future. We thank him for his 20 years of plus dedicated to our school. We, along with Chuck Campbell, put West Branch girls on the map. Too much question mark with the mental health thing. Okay. So my question is, so they're going to use now, remember they cut his job. So they're going to try and use that as an excuse to get rid of him too. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You remember originally she was saying it wasn't personal. It wasn't anything bad. He was a great coach. Remember how they said all that stuff?
Yeah.
That was a lie, because here she says Coach DeShields will say no parent has ever complained to him, and this is probably true, as no parent wanted him to take it out on their daughter. She's talking negative about it.
So she's trying to say that no parents are going to talk negative about him because they're afraid of him taking it out on playing time and on the kids.
Correct.
So like, you're just assuming he's a piece of crap person, which nobody has ever said he is.
Here's the problem. That is not her decision to make as a school board member. It's the board's decision. She's doing all of this in these text messages. She shouldn't be doing it here. This should be behind closed doors in an executive session
and
with all the other school board members.
As a parent of a girl playing is just assuming that he will take it out on her kid.
Right. Real quick, I see somebody asking. Those of you joining us late, these are text messages between Mickey Carnegie, the Board of Education president at West Branch, and the superintendent.
Mickey is the clear, and the
clear is the president. Superintendent is the darker one. Yep.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Man,
dude, these are brutal.
Spicy.
Brutal.
Well, if anything, like we'll talk about it later. Go on.
Yeah, we're gonna decompress all this stuff.
Keep going. This is good.
All right. Eagles says, I'm driving, so I really can't decipher all of that, but it sounds pretty good. I'll work on it as soon as I get where I can open up my laptop. Maybe I'll combine yours and mine, because you had some really nice things in there. Probably too much about mental health. Don't want to tear him down yet. Don't want to tear him down yet, Isaac. Okay. He requested a meeting with me tomorrow morning. I required him to tell me what the content of the meeting was about, because I wasn't going to sit there and listen to him complain or whine. He said he wants some answers regarding next steps. I don't know what that's about, next steps, but I thought that was weird how the superintendent said, I don't want to sit there and listen to him complain and whine.
Yeah, well, he's losing his job and like everything that he loves. Complain and whine? Like, yeah, you're going to be upset.
I don't know.
Especially like, oh my gosh. Okay.
Next one. This one here, to me, is the worst open meetings law violation. Okay. She is telling the superintendent what to say. She's telling the superintendent what to say to the coach when she's letting him go at a meeting. in the meeting.
Okay, go on.
She is not supposed to be running the school. Do you understand that?
Right.
She is taking it upon herself to run a school. That is not her job.
Yeah.
I think you should let him in on a few reasons he got let go. Mental health of girls, having his favorites and treating them differently than others. Game management. He won this year based on the grit of the girls, had not his coaching. His true character was shown with the incident of his son and one of his players. He trying to defend his son. The board had enough when they heard this and thought this is a good transition time. Today, I received more phone calls praising us for letting him go. I was told it's about time. He made my daughter's life hell for 4 years. There is so much good transition time. Today, I received more. I did just read all that.
No, this is new.
Today, I received, it's the same thing. There is so much more winning time. It should be about the girls' players, not about him. And we always know it's always about him. I will be driving in 5 minutes. Remember when Carnegie said it wasn't personal at the school board meeting?
Well, that and it sounds like a mom who's pissed that her daughter isn't playing.
It sounds like a mom that's pissed. It sounds like a mom who's pissed
that
at
her
a coach.
daughter's not paying. Yeah.
It's a mom.
And like, we were told that's not the case at all. And that's exactly what it sounds like.
It's a pissed off mom. That is a pissed off mom.
Right.
That is a pissed off mom is exactly what that is.
Man, telling your superintendent what they're going to do.
Yep. Using your position as a board member
and telling this stuff.
All illegal.
Nice.
All illegal.
Nice.
Yep. All right. Call when you're able. How's this? Due to necessary financial restructuring, we have decided to move in a different direction with teaching role and coaching leadership of Mr. Walt DeShields. They're trying to figure out how to do a press release now, right?
Yeah.
While we deeply appreciate Coach DeShields' significant contributions to West Branch girls basketball program and acknowledge his impressive winning record, we believe this change is necessary opportunity to align with the evolving financial realities and the tradition of the future. We extend our sincere gratitude to Coach DeShields for his dedication and service and wish the very best future endeavors. Dude, read that. That is a complete and utter lie. I know that's not what they released. Does that sound like anything what they're talking about?
Yeah, so they're basically proving that it's becoming like a cover-up. Like it's becoming.
They were going to
why we want to get rid of them, but we're going to say it's financial.
Yes,
that's exactly what's happening.
So they were going to tell Walt. Mental health of girls, having your favorites, game management, your true character, and then the superintendent says financial reasons. What's going to be the press release?
Man, how dumb are they for putting this in writing? It's just crazy. Like you're just
it's like
serving it up, man.
I know they didn't do it, but Isaac, so they didn't release this, but these two people are having this conversation, are in charge of a school.
Yeah. So this is a situation where it's like just across Ohio, across the United States. How often do you at home think this happens in other villages, towns, whatever, and then they just feed you a line of bullshit?
This right here, where you have them telling a coach why they're not renewing his contract, and the very next text message, you have the superintendent writing up a press release that is exactly opposite of what they were going to tell that coach, is terrifying to me.
Right.
They're straight up lying to the public.
Yeah, and scheming behind closed doors. Yeah.
How are these people in charge of a school?
Yeah.
And yet you two people in these text messages are gonna question a coach, and you're gonna say mental health of girls, game. You're gonna say true character. You're gonna question somebody's character when you do something like that.
Yeah, you're behind closed doors scheming to ruin someone.
Are you serious? My God.
Yeah, and they were voted in. So
no, the superintendent wasn't voted in. She was hired
by the board.
This freaking Carnegie girl, she's been elected 4 times.
Oh my God, dude.
4 times. And they're going to lie to the public.
Wow. Do we have any more?
Oh, dude,
Let's go. Let's keep going. This is great.
My blood pressure's up now.
This is better than a TV show. Let's keep going.
How am I doing, Joe?
This is great. Keep going.
I want Beatrice to hire me as a lawyer. All right.
Well, dude, you know who's going to hire Beatrice as a lawyer? The Shields. The Shields should hire Beatrice as a lawyer. What are we doing?
I got. Dude. Hey, after the show yesterday, I had like a 15-minute
conversation. I want Beatrice to go to that courtroom and say, hey, watch this video of the MLO bros.
I started.
This is all you need.
I went golfing yesterday. I was on the phone with Beatrice. I was calling him Uncle Dave. All right. All right, next one. Jeez. Mickey says, oh, jeez. I like what you wrote, but we still need to hire a basketball coach, Isaac. So not sure we can say just financially. Yeah. I mean, we can say what we want, but still they won't have an answer. Hey, Isaac, we can say whatever we want because we're in charge, because we run the school.
Right.
Because no one's going to question us.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Back to her telling
the superintendent what to do. Okay.
I would like you to tell Walt tomorrow that the icing on the cake was when he defended his son for a terrible act. That told us his true colors. He wants to keep pushing this. Here we go. He wants to keep pushing. That will get out.
If he keeps going against us,
retaliation, abuse of power.
Okay.
She is going to retaliate if Walt the Shields pushes back.
She's so hosed.
She is so hosed. If those people at West Branch schools aren't at that meeting demanding her to step down, there's something very, very wrong. Wait. The Vindicator has reached out. I think we need to add something else to the press release. But tell him to his face tomorrow, he needs to not push this or it will come out. And, oh my God, and there are plenty of, quote, Me Too's that I am willing to call and follow up on. My email and callbacks to people, I am telling them there is more to this and I am not able to say.
So she's saying that there's other people that are also have been
whatevered
from the Sun.
I don't know. It doesn't say. All I know, it is a veiled threat, right?
And that's the thing. If there's other people that have information, why are you using that as retaliation rather than protecting our kids, which are the West Branch kids, which is your job?
I would like to go back to the very beginning. Ohio Revised Code, Mickey Kanagi, Mickey Eagles, Ohio Revised Code 2151.421. Who must report sexual assault and sexual issues? Teachers, school administrators, school board members, school nurses. If there are other people, why aren't you reporting them?
Yeah. And what that's doing too is if there are like you are basically, if you're making this up, what about the people who it actually happens to? Like you're making a reputation for the school
for not
reporting stuff. But like, if you're just making that up, then the people who it actually happens to aren't going to be considered crying wolf in the future.
Right. Yeah. And let's say, here's the thing. Even if the girls don't want you to report it, you've got to report it to the cops. It's a state freaking law.
Yeah.
You are facing $1,000 fine, 6 months in jail for not reporting.
It must be investigated. Yeah.
Oh. And I understand it's going to make your school look bad,
but you have to.
I lived it
because the reputation of the school is not as important as the kids being affected.
I lived it in Poland. We had a school resource officer having sex with a freaking 16-year-old. It was awful for our school, but our reputation,
the poor girl. You know what I mean?
It was terrible for the girl. It was terrible for the girl's family. It's still a stain on Poland, but our kids are safer because we got rid of a freaking sexual predator.
We can't prove that something like that happened, but like you're saying that it has.
Right.
In text, in writing, you're saying that you have other Me Too's. So why are you not moving forward with it? Why are you not bringing it to light?
I'm going to read it one more time. but tell him to his face tomorrow.
Ugh.
He needs to tell not to push this, or it will come out, and there will be plenty of Me Too's that I am willing to call and follow up on. She knows about more freaking people. My emails and calls back to the people, I am telling them there is more to this, and I am not able to say. I was so fired up.
Say, yeah, oh my gosh, you should be demanding that if there's the people of West Branch should be demanding if there's other kids, like they have to be brought to light. You have to go to the cops.
Do you understand why I'm so fired up about this? I've been festering on this for 7 freaking days since I got this.
Okay. What do you have more? Keep going.
Oh, dude.
Keep going.
I'll keep going.
This is great. Well, not great. It's insane.
So now we're getting into when the public's starting to find stuff out. Okay, this is from Mickey. Okay, it's bad now. I understand why kids hurt themselves over social media. This is ridiculous. I have to keep, I think, her kid home today. She's being sought after on social media and torn down. She literally cannot come to school because of all of this. It's crazy how in 24 hours, she and I have a new identity to people. Okay. First off, I feel terrible for her kid.
Right.
I feel absolutely terrible. As a father of 3, I feel terrible for her kid. Okay.
Yeah. But it all could have been avoided.
My lawyer said when he read this, if he was a the lawyer for the school board, and his daughter, and there was a daughter of a school board thing, the first thing he would have said when all this went down, you are not involved in this. You do not say one word in this. You literally, the first meeting, you say you have nothing to do with this. At the first school board meeting.
The daughter?
No, Mickey, the president.
Okay.
You would have stepped aside for everything.
Yeah, because it's your
daughter. Because your daughter is involved. You would have stepped aside and just let the other 4 bedroom.
And she's on the team, and she.
Correct. Not just the last. Immediately, not a part of it.
That would make sense.
That is exactly what the lawyer said. He said day one. First school board meeting, I have nothing to do with this. I'm not stating it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can't be involved in this.
I cannot be involved in this.
My daughter's reputation. Yeah, totally.
Yep. Because that's what's ready? I am not. Thanks. Yes. I'm screaming and yelling. So
no, you're good. You're good.
I had like 4 cups of coffee. I am not taking this lightly. People are destroying our reputations. I feel bad for your daughter. To quote Obi-Wan Kenobi,
you've done this to yourself.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I knew Isaac was going to get that.
Yeah.
You managed to do this to yourself. You destroyed your own reputation.
I'm for democracy. Okay, go on.
Come at me, but unknown numbers texting my daughter saying she's not a good basketball player, calling her names. This freaking lady. Is this what DeShields wanted? She's blaming DeShields for this. Right? Next one.
See the pot or the kettle.
But seriously, she's blaming DeShields. Oh, God. Here we go. Now, this is where we get into the absolutely ridiculous stuff. And our school statement needs to be blunt and truthful. If he doesn't back down, I am taking him and TJ down.
Who's TJ?
His son.
Oh.
You can tell him that. I am at the point of getting a new investigation and legalities about his son's sexual assault. Make sure
she's getting pissed and she's calling it a sexual assault and she's weaponizing it.
Make sure the video is saved somewhere.
Oh, there's a video.
There's a video. Yep. Make sure the video is saved somewhere. Lawyer said this is a coercion and this is a straight direct threat. There is a defamation. There is a legal liability. You are also guilty of not reporting a possible sexual assault. There is a
you're calling it a sexual assault now and you're not reporting it.
Correct.
Wow.
First degree misdemeanor, 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. You said sexual assault from a substitute teacher. You did not report it.
From a substitute teacher. Did they fire him when this happened?
They never. It was not a rehire, is what I had heard.
Okay.
Because it's a substitute teacher. You said it right there. You didn't claim it. The superintendent didn't claim it. Any of those board members that heard that didn't claim it. You guys are all guilty of this. Right there. Why was the cops not called?
I'm going to make my own social media post, but we'll wait to hear how your meeting goes. The lady in the dark writing, that's the lady who made the video on social media.
That
right?
is the lady who made the video on social media. Yep. Right? So, yeah, like she just said. So you don't report it to the police, but you're willing to use it for blackmail to keep somebody quiet.
Yup. That's exactly what that is.
Right?
Yeah, that's exactly what that
That's the type of person we're dealing with right here. And I understand you're upset that people are coming for your kids, but you still have a board of education position as a president of the school board. That's what you just did right there. Does anybody see anything wrong with any of this? Right? Unbelievable.
Okay. You have an entire stack of
Dude, I'm not even done.
Oh my god.
I've been ranting for an hour. Next one. News statement. The West Branch Board of Education announces that a change in leadership will take place for the girls basketball. Coach DeShields has dedicated many years of service to our students and our athletes. We acknowledge and appreciate the time and effort he has invested in our community. However, after careful consideration, the board has determined that a change in leadership is necessary at this time. We are committed to ensuring our athletic programs reflect the values and standards of our hold. Is this the actual one?
Well, it's interesting because all this is her just sending it to the board president
to
verify and approve it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which that shouldn't be the case, right?
No, it should go to the school board, not her.
Not directly to the head of the school board. It should be the entire school board should vote on what the statement should be.
Yes. Open meetings law. Yeah. Why is this lady running the school? And Isaac, do you remember when we were doing our meeting? People were saying that the entire time. People were saying, this Carnegie lady runs the school. The Carnegie family runs the school. Nobody has a say in anything. She's making the decisions. These were people accusing this the entire time.
Oh, yeah.
And they were right. I mean, look at this. She's telling the superintendent exactly what to do.
Yeah.
There were people.
And she's sending the superintendent is sending stuff to her to verify and make sure it's good.
There were people telling us that this Carnegie lady was threatening the Eagles lady, saying they weren't going to hire her back if she didn't listen. Like that was some of the stuff. Wow. Again, that's rumors.
Yeah, this lady should be nowhere near management.
No,
like in any position ever.
Look at this stuff
of leadership. Just messed up.
Yep. All right. Go to the next one. Next one, BJ. I changed it where it says board to jerk. Okay, next one. Sorry.
Thanks, BJ. You're doing great.
You did great. Oh, wait. I have that one? All right. Yeah, there it goes. Got on. I kind of dropped some coffee on this. Okay. I'm going to check with John. I don't know who John is, but I feel strongly that I need to make a statement. I think our silence is making it worse. Yeah, this is when she was about to go live.
I think our silence is making things worse. Hey, could have told you that one. It's almost like I called and said, hey, good communication would probably make this better.
Mm-hmm. I agree. But I just don't know what to say. I spoke with Aaron earlier and I had some thoughts. And there are some people who oppose him who are really afraid to come forward. If you want to write up a broad statement to say, do it. Just might want to ask John if it is okay. If you're okay, I'll go on Facebook Live. I don't care.
This was right when she went live on Facebook.
Yep. I don't care. I don't care what happens anymore.
The dots.
This is exactly why parents who have kids who play for him don't speak out. Oh, boo-hoo.
Is it him though? Like it's such bad leadership because it's just refusing to see your own mistakes. And like
she's blaming him.
Absolutely refusing to see.
So
like, go back and read your text message.
All these people, they fire him wrongly, right? They don't renew his thing. They don't communicate. They try and lie. They try and do all this stuff. She's blaming him she is blaming him for the backlash. Like that is how arrogant this lady is because she is blaming him. She's probably thinking he's calling all these people and telling all these people.
Yeah.
In her head, that's where she's at.
She's just completely convinced he's a bad person.
Right. When she did this to herself, her and Eagles did this to themselves. And that's where they're at.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, I'm going to write out what I have to say online and go live. Aaron on the phone now. I don't know who he's. Okay. It's not okay to drag Sue to this. I agree with that. I agree with that also. Okay.
Wait. Okay, go on. It's okay. Go on.
I don't either. Hopefully, okay, dude.
Hopefully Walt comes to his senses.
She's still blaming him for this.
Yeah.
You can tell him that David is going to speak. Don't know if that'll bother him or not. Does Ryan?
David's her husband, the doctor.
I don't know who David is.
Is that the doctor?
I don't know. Does Ryan know the main reason that the board was not bringing Walt back? And I would like the job to be posted, but feel a statement was going out. We need to be transparent to a point.
Yeah.
She doesn't get it.
I feel like she's kind of listening to what we're saying. Like, you got to be a little, transparency is important to a point, is what she said.
And not just say moving in a different direction. If we find a good person to take over.
Exactly what we said, right?
Yeah.
We said you guys are dumb for just saying moving in a certain direction when you have to be more transparent.
Yeah.
She's a big fan of the show. That's insane.
If we want to find a good person to take over this program, the community has to know something, that there is something else. And when we announce the turf, I don't understand this. When we announce the turf project, I am afraid it's going to be spun the wrong by social media if we don't.
People are saying David's the doctor.
Okay, David's her
husband. So she's saying he's going to speak at the meeting, and that's going to scare him. Up top.
I don't know if that'll bother him or not. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
He will tell.
Hey, I
tell him that David is going to speak. I don't know if that's going to scare. I don't know if that's going to.
No, if that'll bother him or not.
Yeah.
I bet in retrospect, you probably wish David wouldn't have spoke at that meeting.
Yeah. Yeah.
That went real well.
Right after you made a statement about how we shouldn't be
that went real
making traumatic statements on social media.
That went real well.
Outrage generators.
I tried to order shirts. I couldn't get them in time for this.
Are we the question is,
we're not outrage generators.
Are we generating outrage now?
We're not outrage.
Or are you?
Yeah, we're not generating outrage. What we're doing is uncovering truth. Right. We're truth generators. Is what we are.
Outrage is being generated by you at this
point. Okay, sorry. And then I think that's it.
Getting a brand new turf field is what she's saying.
Yeah. I read some comments last night. People just don't understand. I'm with Ryan now. I'll talk to you later. That is it.
God damn. Woo!
Thoughts on that?
So, just to be 100% clear, we don't live in West Branch. We don't have kids that go to West Branch. We know people that went to West Branch, but this is your decision, people, right? You guys have all the power. All the people that live in West Branch have all the power. So what are you going to do? Like, I don't want to tell you she should resign. I don't want to tell you she should be forced to resign, but like, this is your community and you got to take back your school district. So
I'll tell you, you might not say it. I'll say it. There is no way in God's green earth those two people in those text messages should be in charge of a school.
Right. And I applaud, you know who I applaud? The athletic director.
Yes.
For saying, I don't want it.
He was going to resign.
Yeah, I don't want any part.
Those two people should not be in charge of a school. Yeah. I applaud the superintendent for, I don't know how we got this text message. If she, honest to God, gave us those text messages of free will, that's good.
Yeah, because that takes balls to say, no, you're a crazy person and I'm not doing this. I like Walt.
Yeah. However, that board president needs to step down. There is no way.
So the thing is, too, your school right now is so exposed to litigation and to getting in trouble legally.
We could do it right now. You and anybody can sue that school.
We could sue the school right now.
Anyone could sue that school with those texts. I'm going to make this public. If you want those text messages, I will PDF them to message us on the MLO Bros. I'll put them up there.
Yeah.
I will message them to you. It's public.
Like DeShields has a case that, like somebody said in the comments,
right?
Like you could just, hey, I'll just sue him and I'll retire. I don't have to coach anymore. Well, but like, what I hope comes from this.
Yeah.
What I hope comes from this is those two people step down, or at least,
and you get some honest people.
You get an honest person running it, and then Walt doesn't have to worry about
right.
Like what I'm worried about, and we've said it in the past. God forbid that man has a bad season in the future, because then she's going to hunt him down like a hawk.
The vindictiveness of those text messages and that woman.
Yeah.
If he does one thing, you know she's going to go after him. She literally said he's going to take him down.
That's terrifying. That's terrifying as an employee.
Can we go back? We're going to take some calls here for the last half hour. I want to go one more time. and I don't want to, and I've said it 100 times, the Open Meetings Act, the vindictiveness, the retaliation, all of that stuff is terrible. Blackmail, all of that stuff.
Oh my gosh.
The bottom line is, the worst part about it, and this is what the lawyer said, the sexual assault,
right,
not being reported. If they truly thought
weaponizing
it was a sexual assault,
right.
If you truly thought it was a sexual assault, you know, as a school board member, you know, as a superintendent, you should have reported it. Why did you not report it? And then you're going to use that to blackmail somebody to keep them quiet. Are you serious? That is she's saying she's worried about her reputation in those text messages. She's worried about her reputation.
She should be worried now. Oh my God. It's game over. Like that's game over.
And
that lady will never manage anything ever again. Like in the sad that like we said, she has nobody to blame but herself. Like you can't blame Walt, you can't blame
us. Don't blame us.
Yeah.
Don't blame and you know, some people might blame us for doing this. They're going to be like, what have you done? We're not trying to ruin West Branch. We're not trying to ruin people. We are just uncovering the truth. Uncovering
the shit. Like
that
is.
Yep. We are just the truth. That's all it is. You ready to take some calls?
Yeah, I'll throw that on there, see if it's working. You might have to give me a minute.
Okay.
All right. Caller, you're on.
She's been on there for 35 minutes. Sorry. Hello?
Hello?
Caller, we've been having problems
live
with our phones. Hello? We're going to keep working on the phones here while Joe does
Sorry, guys.
Caller, can you hear us?
We'll take some of the things here.
We do the comments.
I hear
I can hear somebody. You there, caller?
Yeah. She wanted a new investigation. What does that mean? The old version did yield a real she want? No, I again, shouldn't the principal and vice principal start the reporting of a sexual assault? TJ's mom is the vice principal of West Branch High School. Your phone never. Yes, it does, Carter. Be quiet. Carter says your phones. They didn't work yesterday and today.
We're working on it, Carter.
Carter, come on, man. This is a freaking ragtag group of people here. Sounds like you have AT&T.
I do have AT&T. I don't know if Joe. We had a power outage. That's why I keep looking back here. Our TV's not working behind me.
Wow, I didn't know that.
It's just West Branch is like tiny little school, and everybody.
Maybe that's
yeah. No,
but it doesn't. But even if that's the case,
whatever
it doesn't matter.
So like we can sit here and argue over a slap in the back, or whatever is right or wrong. Like we can argue over that all day. But it should have been investigated. If there's if something happens, it should be investigated, and then they can investigate it and figure out if it's right or wrong.
Dude, Luke came in with Chris Hansen with a printout. And said, hey, why don't you come in? Isaac, why don't you come in and have a seat?
Why don't you take a seat?
Come on, Isaac, why don't you come in and take a seat?
Wow. You need some more info. Yeah, it's...
Dude, I don't think I can take anymore. I'm out of paper at home. I printed so much stuff out. No, okay, so the vice principal didn't consider it. Justin said the vice principal didn't consider it sexual assault. Right?
So no, she didn't have to report it.
I did not request the video. Boy, I should have, though.
Man, but if some people were considering it sexual
anyone
assault,
that considers it, according to that rule, if you consider it sexual assault, you have to report it. And then the cops determine if it is sexual assault or not.
It needs investigated so that,
correct.
Yeah, this happened. We are investigating it. And then we will determine in the future if it's sexual assault or not.
Right. And there is no, if you report it, you and I are in school, you slap my ass, I report it.
Yeah. I was sexually assaulted,
or
so-and-so.
It wasn't sexual assault. No harm, no foul.
Right.
Yep.
But it's above the shields. It's above everybody. It goes to the police.
Correct.
Or else litigation.
Yeah. I mean, that's it. There's a school board meeting tomorrow, they said. I didn't know that. I did not do that intentionally, man.
Timing is impeccable.
Yeah. Yeah. Carnegie blatantly referred to it as sexual assault. She's bound by law to report it.
Yeah. 100%.
She didn't do it.
Yeah. 100%.
$1,000 fine, 6 months in jail. $1,000 fine, 6 months in jail for not reporting it. Superintendent, $1,000 fine, 6 months in jail.
Yeah, because they're talking about it as if it's a sexual assault.
Yeah. Yep. The school. Yep. The school resource officer viewed the video and didn't think any action needed to be taken.
Yeah, but the thing is the school resource officer being influenced by the vice principal or whoever? Because it
doesn't matter.
It needs to go up the chain.
It needs to go into the police department.
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
They
Kyle.
need to investigate it.
Needs to be investigated. Needs to be reported to the police department. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What a freaking
Hey, Kyle, did they also talk about the retaliation in the emails? Did they talk about the blackmail? Did they talk about that? Did they talk about all that other stuff? Probably not. All of that stuff in that text message is absolute awful.
What is the West Branch thing streamed tomorrow live?
I don't know.
We should do a freaking watch along.
We should do a watch along. Maybe we will.
Do a watch along.
I think they normally stream. I think they streamed the last one.
Well, I think
no, it was that
parents
Jordan Miller did that. Yeah.
Dude, I mean, insanity.
No luck on the.
No luck
No,
on the
no
phone.
call.
Somebody call in. Try and call in. If anyone wants to call in and talk, call in. Let's try the phones again. If you want to call in and talk, you want to call in and yell at us, call us stupid.
And if you haven't already, go down below and give us a like and a follow. Follow the MLO Bros. Follow Youngstown Studio, please.
Aaron Mosier said
500
it's the 20
people in here and 66 likes.
Aaron Mosier said it's the 22nd, not tomorrow.
So Thursday?
Yeah, that's
Thursday? Is that the 22nd?
Yeah.
I won't be here. Yeah.
Need a mobile streaming rig to deploy scenarios like that. They usually do not. The only time they did is when they rehired the Shields. Turf issue. Okay, I got a text message here. Turf issue is that Mac Trucking was paying for it, and Carnegie works for them as their nurse. Interesting. Oh, that was, remember we were saying that stuff. Meetings start at 5:30. Any other comments? I mean, I'm good. If we can't, nobody wants to call. I'm good. I'm tired.
There's
That was
a call coming in. Let me see if we can get it going.
all right. Let's try it.
Oh, they hung up.
Come on, somebody call in. I'm exhausted. That was tiring.
Yeah, but thank you everybody for watching. We appreciate you for being here. West Branch, I mean, you guys are in for a ride. We wish you the best of luck. And I mean, for your kids, you need better leadership. Like that just proves you need better leadership and you are in control. The people, you are in control, not some corrupt, vindictive board of education president. Like,
Yeah.
it's just
And
a
again,
mess.
I know, and everybody watching knows, this stuff happens all the
Where
time.
else is it happening?
There's-
And if there's one good thing about social media, it allows us all to communicate and expose this crap.
Yeah.
And then we can end it. We can get somebody else in there. Where else is it happening? Hello, you there?
And if there's one good thing about social
Yes.
media, it allows
Hey, turn down. If you wouldn't mind, turn down your radio. I can hear myself talking.
Yeah. And then we can end it. We can get somebody else in there.
Just wanted to say, good job, guys, and love the Wiener Dog shirt. Good
Oh,
job,
thank you.
guys.
It's my tactical.
Thank you very
my
much.
Tactical weenie.
Tactical weenie. Thank you very much. That was nice of her.
Thanks, caller.
Another one? Are we good? Anybody else? Well, we got a compliment. Normally we get FUs.
Yeah, and it's just where else is this happening across Ohio?
It happens
across
all the time.
nation?
We've caught small villages doing
Yeah,
it. We've
yeah.
caught schools.
And the thing that's super sad is she's been voted in 4 times?
Yeah.
So that is somebody who I don't know if she was always like this. You just don't know. But like that is somebody
Dude,
who cannot be leading.
we've caught
cannot be leading the community.
We've caught county commissioners firing a guy because he had cancer because he voted the wrong way. Because he voted.
Yeah.
I mean, we've caught people we've caught this all the time.
Yeah.
It happens a lot.
Yeah.
It just
And what I would advise.
Hello?
Caller, you there?
Hello.
Hi.
Yes.
Go ahead, you're live.
Hi. Wonderful. Gentlemen are speaking about this morning is bringing to light the importance of reporting and that there's no sort of agency in between the schools and the importance of how this impacts the public's trust with people who are elected and then these individuals who are hired to these positions. It's very concerning.
It's really choppy.
Yeah, your phone's really choppy. Say that one more time. I'm so sorry.
Think we lost her.
We lost her.
Yeah, the phone was real choppy.
I think she said it's just concerning leadership. I totally agree. Kyle says Carnegie is cousins with Mac Trailer's owner, and he's given her access to his attorney. With that much money and power behind her, she feels unstoppable. That is going to be extremely hard to defend. Like,
Caller, you're on.
Hey, Luke.
yeah.
Hey, man, you're exposed to so much corruption that you got to watch out for that West Branch tune-up. You know what I'm saying?
Youngstown tune-up, West Branch tune-up.
West Branch. They're gonna blow up my tractor.
Yeah, something like that.
Go to cut the grass. Cut the grass tomorrow. You're gonna just turn the old tractor on
and start the blade.
Exactly.
So thanks for the heads up.
All right, caller, you're on.
Hey,
Hi.
hi. I was just calling to let you know you need to check into Carnegie a little more because as a child, she was the exact same way. Felt entitled her entire life.
Well,
So you might want to check into this. And also, is this all about her not getting enough playing time? Her daughter
Well, people
on
said
the court?
people.
yeah.
said,
Well, we appreciate. We'll talk
Yeah.
about it right now. Thanks, caller.
we don't like people.
I
Said
don't
she
wanna-
played. Yeah, I don't want to bring up the kids.
I don't want to bring up her past. I
Yeah.
don't want to bring up her personal problems,
Yeah.
and I don't want to bring up like West Branch drama. It
Yeah.
has nothing to do with that. It
Right.
has to do with her as a leader and what
Right.
she's doing wrong.
Correct.
There are assumptions that can be made about her trying to protect her kids' playing time. Yes, but the way that was handled is what's wrong. Here,
Right.
DJ, sit here. I'll sit there. DJ, did you?
BJ's came out of the back to make a comment. Ooh.
Well, no. So if you remember this, I said this before that Carnegie's dad did
Yeah.
this years ago at Sebring to Brian Clark, who was the head coach there,
Right.
and had huge influence on getting him gone when he was very successful too.
Right.
Over like he got divorced and then got remarried. Whatever, they didn't like what was happening, but basically, she learned this from her dad's Jim Cannell.
Okay.
Who's the guy that I told you was yelling at me on the.
Yeah,
on
you
the
said he was
photos
for
and
taking
everything.
pictures, right?
Right. I'm taking photos and he's, where's your buddy Clark when
Yeah.
he was gone, whatever. So there's a pattern of this in the family, unfortunately.
Wow.
So it's just, yeah, like you said, it's kind of everywhere.
Entitled,
It's been
abuse
going on
of-
down
yeah.
that way
Yeah,
for a
just
long
abuse
time,
of power.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's just
It's small town. It's small towns. It happens in small towns everywhere.
Yeah.
It happens in small towns everywhere. We got more calls, Joe?
Yeah.
No more calls. Okay, cool. There's like a bunch of green stuff. Thanks, BJ. BJ, thanks. There was a good stuff
Did
going
you
on
go?
back there.
You went to West Branch, right? Or no? You went to that's right.
Any other calls? And we're gonna wrap this up. What a podcast. We had two good podcasts. You're gone this week, right?
Yeah. Next Thursday, I'll be
Okay.
back. So if you guys want to do something, Tuesday, feel free.
Okay.
If not, I mean, we've done 2 shows this week.
I
If
think
you
we're
wanna
doing Friday. I'll do it Tuesday.
Do Friday. This Friday.
I have to do it. We can do it.
Yeah,
Friday.
do whatever you want.
Yeah,
I don't care.
we'll
It's up to
figure
you.
it out. What else?
Something else. He passed away. He was big mouth. We're big mouths. Don't make
We
fun
are
of
big
mouth.
mouths. But again, this isn't about, I just want to say one more time, this isn't about ruining West Branch. This isn't about
Ruining her.
ruining her.
It's exposing bad leadership. Is all it is. It's not personal. It's exposing bad leadership as a leader within a community. School board president. Like, this should not be handled this way. And you as community, as the community,
You
are in
need-
charge.
you need to
vote her
step
in.
up.
You need to realize that you're in control and you have the power, not her.
That's the people.
Yeah.
What amazes me is people are always afraid
Right.
to step up
Yeah.
and scream out and call people out. And those of the people who know our parents,
Yeah.
we were not raised that way.
Right.
We were taught to scream from the rooftops when
Yeah.
something's
If
wrong.
you believe in something, you fight for it. You know?
Exactly. And,
So-
and another, if you're not pissing people off, you're doing
Yeah.
something wrong.
Yeah. And like, this is why
Here's a
it's so
Call.
it's so important to go. Caller, go ahead, and then I'll make my point.
They hung up.
Okay.
Stop calling it and hanging up.
This is why it's so important that we have a voice. Like we have freedom of speech, whatever you want to call it. But we have a voice, and social media can be used as a tool to quickly communicate when corruption and bad things are happening. So we as people need to use it to our advantage and expose bad leaders. And that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. You can do that. You don't need a platform. You don't need anything. Just share it on social media. And if it's wrong, people will take it, share it, and run with it.
All right, caller, you're on.
Is this just about West Branch, or can I bring up this happening before in a different school district?
If you want to, go ahead.
So I think I've commented already, but Niles School Board and their superintendent, Thigpen, did this to Chris Sheffo years ago over a sick day and her not getting, her husband not being used for his home reno. And he used a sick day at Howland because he coached there. And she used that as grounds to fire him as administrator.
Yeah.
And he lost everything. And it was wild, the whole thing. And even the board, like, I think Tony Perone's the president. He's also, like, they're small. Like, everybody knows everybody, related to everybody.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy the extent that she went, like, the lawsuit, how much money the school paid just to cover up the personal vendetta. And then a sick day, using sick day. Like, I have family in the school district, too, and they've used sick days for many things that weren't being used for sick reasons. And then he lost his job using a sick day. Like, it's just wild. All of it.
All of it. I mean, that stuff goes on.
It happens all over.
Yeah, all over the place. Thanks for the call.
Thanks for the call.
I got a message on Facebook saying Mac Trailer is not involved in any of this. I just want to put that out there. We have nothing to do with the issues at hand. We 100% support West.
Was that a direct message from Mac Trailers?
It was from somebody very high up at Mac Trailer.
Jeez.
Let's see here. They should have expected this coming. Their reputation is only being talked about because they took it upon themselves not to. Yes.
Wow. And,
yes.
And do you remember the superintendent going live and saying, don't listen to people on social media?
Yeah.
Do you remember her saying
they were trying to control the narrative?
Yeah. They were trying to control them. Exactly. Don't listen to the people on social media. People on social media don't know what they're talking about. Like, they were lying to you.
She was saying, trust me. Yeah. I know, you can call me. I'll tell you what to do. While she lies in the thing, in the she was going to lie directly to the public.
They were swindling you. They were trying to control the narrative and swindling you as people of the community and saying, don't listen to those big-headed idiots on social media, which we are big-headed idiots, but we were right.
We were right.
Yeah.
We've been right the entire time.
Yeah. That they're not good leaders.
Where's that one?
Holy crap. Dude.
Where's that? I got to find that one.
The one crap.
That was shocking to the whole thing. This whole giant thing was just insane.
And maybe if you're going to be an evil person and try and lead a school board, maybe don't put stuff like this in writing. Maybe phone calls, like the mob. The mob would never text. They would call each other. I don't even think they talk on the phone. They would meet in person in like a back room.
You meet a back room behind
behind the Italian restaurant.
Yeah.
Or something.
Back room.
Maybe in a
back room of a strip club.
Something.
Turn the generator on so the bugs couldn't pick anything up.
Yeah.
But I mean, in that text message, in the text message where you had the superintendent literally say she's going to list this to talk to DeShields.
Yeah.
To fire him.
And said, I'm going to make a Facebook post.
And
she did.
Then, no, different. This to get rid of him. And then say, we're going to go to public and say it's because of financial reasons. That is a direct lie. And then she goes live on Facebook and says, don't listen to people on social media. Listen to me. You've always trusted me. Remember that? Trust me. Here's my phone number. You can call me direct. She was straight up lying.
No, thank you. No, thank you. I don't want to trust you.
What in the world?
Yeah.
I'm surprised. Do you think these people are going to step down?
I feel like
I don't think it will because they're going to call us liars. They're going to call. I mean,
we got a text message.
how do you
How
disprove
are we
that?
liars? How are we lying? How did we do anything
Joe, can
wrong?
you disprove any of that?
No. No.
Is it pretty damning?
Pretty damning.
Well, the thing that's crazy too is like that's sent to us from the school.
Treasurer from the treasurer.
From the treasurer of the school. So like that was requested because you can legally request documents from the school. Why they sent that, I don't know. I don't know.
But he said, I will give you $20 to come to this board meeting.
Just go out on stage. How you doing, West Branch? What up, West Branch? Oh, sorry.
Who's that? Who's
Yeah,
that?
who is this
Who's
person?
this lady? Who are you?
I'm new.
Come here.
Carrie, nice to meet you.
You have to talk to me.
Carrie, nice to meet
What do
you.
you do here?
I just got hired as a field tech for the IT department.
Oh, nice.
So-
Welcome.
Cool.
I'm Luke. This is my little
Nice to
brother
meet you.
Isaac.
Hi, nice to meet you both.
Have you ever been on a school board?
I've been on the PTO board.
Good. Don't text people.
Yeah, no texting, just calls.
That would be my best suggestion. Oh. Read it out. You gotta read.
West Branch, if you want them gone, you want this to be stopped, 250K.
Was it 200? We're up to 250 now. Yeah. If any,
Oh yeah, West Branch. If you want us to stop doing this podcast,
yeah, well,
if
250.
you guys are super shady people, I will be bought and I will be paid for $250,000. I'll stop
that's
the podcast.
illegal. I don't
that-
think you could trade your silence for
Damn
$250,000.
it.
Wait, how
I'm
is that
sorry.
illegal?
Well, because you're uncovering would be
Well, not on this topic. Future topics. We'll just go away for 250. They're buying.
be more clear.
Not this topic, but if anybody
Wants to buy
no,
us
no,
out.
so you can't say a government. You can't say a government agency.
Yes.
So it can't be a government agency. But like
A person that owns
So-
a. Let's say your family owns a big company.
yeah,
In
you-
West Branch?
and you want us to stop talking about this because you're worried about
You want us
reputation.
to go away.
Yeah.
Stop talking. Period.
Period.
Not just specifically.
Period.
Yeah,
period.
stop talking. Period. Not about this. That's a threat.
That right.
Okay.
$250,000.
I just pulled a Carnegie. I just did exactly what she did.
I pulled a
Damn it.
Carnegie.
Yeah, I did exactly what she
Somebody
did.
write-
If he wants this
write
to
it
go
down.
away,
From now on, we're using
Damn
that.
it.
I pulled a Carnegie.
Melissa says that she'll pay you $25 to keep going.
$25. Where the- $25.
I think you guys can crowdfund more money. You guys should really focus on crowdfunding. We talked about this. There's lots of people. in
West Branch.
$25 per person. I keep going.
Look, Youngstown Peace Review. I never wanted 250.
I don't know if you can tell or not. We're broke. We're just trying to make some money here off of this whole thing. We don't know how, but
Jeremy just said, "How about $125,000 just to make Luke go away?" Done. We got a call. Joe, there's a call. Yay, caller.
jeez, oh man,
They hung up.
Joe, I
Come
feel like you're
on,
hanging
Joe.
up on them. Call back, caller. We appreciate you.
Why does everybody hang up? You think they're
It prompts you first to say who you are,
Yeah.
and maybe someone's like, "I don't want to tell you who I am."
Oh, you can just
Yeah.
make up a name.
Yeah, just
Call and make up a
Say
name.
you're anonymous.
Yeah, anonymous. All right. Well, this was a good podcast today, everybody. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, we appreciate you for being here. Before you leave, if you could go down below and give us a like, give us a follow, the MLO Bros.
That was exhausting.
Give Youngstown Studio a follow. Also, sponsoring our own show. We are both loan officers. That's what MLO Bros stands for. We're both real estate agents. If you need to buy, sell a home, you need financing, whatever, give us a call. We'll help you, either one of us. You can find our cell phone numbers on our page. Also, if you want to start your own podcast, Youngstown Studio, we're live in Youngstown, Ohio right now. You can come down here. Joe will set you up in this same exact spot, and you can start your own podcast about whatever you want to talk about. So,
Yeah, Christina just asked, yes, this will be, people keep asking, this will be replayed on our YouTube, on
Facebook.
Facebook. You can go to the video section and watch a replay. Also, Youngstown Studio.
I think it'll be under lives.
It's under lives.
Under lives on YouTube and Facebook, but you'll be able to watch this. It'll play back completely on our channel, on Youngstown Studios channel, and then BJ will be making like short clips, cutting it up as well.
Yep. So we appreciate it, everybody. And also, if you don't like what we say, you can always call Joe. Did you say this one about Joe's podcast?
Yeah, Joe can help you make a podcast.
Yeah, you make a podcast. Say you want to talk trash to us.
Right.
You can come in here and talk
about how stupid we are, how we don't know what we're talking about, and how we're outrage generators.
Outrage
and
generators.
not the news.
Not
But
the
did
news.
the news cover this?
We're not news. Joe, are we news?
We're not.
You're getting real close to news.
I don't want to be news. I don't want that reputation.
Investigative journalists.
Was that investigative journalism?
It was.
Bro, we are not investigative journalists.
Did I
tell you that
was
right
good?
now?
That was.
I printed
are
this is the
not.
first time in my
We are not the news.
This is
I
the
will-
first time in
I
5
will
years I ever printed
remain.
stuff out.
I will remain by your statements. We are two brothers that just go to different things, find it interesting, and talk about it. Like, we don't talk about all this stuff all the time. We talk about stupid stuff sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, we're not.
Investigative journalists in denial. Is what
Yes,
you are.
I printed this out, and my wife was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Getting ready for the podcast." She's like, "What is like?" She was worried about me because I
Mhm.
never do anything like this. So okay, all right. Hey, we'll see you guys all later. Thank you for watching. Bye.